Okay, today we have Wally Morton, and Wally has a very unusual hot rod. I've seen a lot of hot rods, but not a hot rod fire truck. You want to tell us a little about this one, Wally?
Sure. It's a 1923 Ford Model T. Supposedly, the majority of the car is aftermarket equipment. The only thing that I'm sure that's still 1923 happens to be the hood ornament. It did have a 1923 rear spring in it when I first got the car, but I put coil springs in the back so it rides better.
Is this something you built yourself, or did you?
I bought it originally, but I've made lots of changes to it, and I have rebuilt it twice. So it's,
how long have you had the car?
I've had this one over 25 years,
somewhere
around 25 to 30 years. It's powered by a about a 1972 Chevy truck engine. It's a 350 engine, 350 cubic inch. It runs good. It's got a 400. They call it a 400 transmission. It's a very good transmission. The car has just been a lot of fun to drive. It handles nice going down the road. People think they compare it to a dune buggy or something, but it's really not. It's definitely a car. You can drive at 65 miles an hour just as well as any other car.
And it's something you use, don't you?
Oh yeah, I drive it quite a bit, and I go to shows quite often with it, and parades and things like that.
You know, it's a very unusual vehicle, you know, to be done in a fire truck.
Yeah, I've got a genuine fire truck siren on there. It's got red lights on the back. I'm looking for a set for up in the front here that'll be kind of a little bit discreet. I don't want anything obnoxious, but I do have alternating flashing lights on the back and a hose load, which looks kind of nice, and a nice shiny fire extinguisher back there, a big brass
You have to polish that.
I have to polish that quite often.
Yes.
And some of the fire equipment that's mounted on it also is genuine fire equipment.
It's all authentic, yes.
Yeah, I've got an axe on the back, and yeah, it's authentic fire equipment.
You don't have an antenna on the back, though.
No, I don't. No, I don't. But I have what appears to be a radio in it, a fire radio. It actually is not a radio anymore. I took it apart and I used it for a junction box for some of the wiring that's in there.
Okay. Well, we want to thank you, Wally, for having this on the show today.
My pleasure. My pleasure.